Good morning. Good morning. Apologies. I slept very late last night. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. I'll be honest, part of me was like, dang it. I did get up on time, but it's one of those things where because I just slept late, so I was like, oh, I'm so sleepy. But good morning, good morning. I almost went to go make me a pick me up. I don't like for those of you who have been here for a while, you know that I only drink water when I stream because I have worked and spent a lot of time trying to make sure I could stream for at least 2 hours, and I have achieved that, and I've apparently reached the threshold of 3 hours. I'm very proud of myself. However, one of the things I do to do that is no dairy, no other drinks that can, make me that can hurt my voice. Hello, hello. I'm doing okay. I'm just sleepy. I'm probably gonna either take a nap today or this is what's gonna finally make me break my habit because last night I did not need to stay up late. What I can explain was it was midnight. I was like, oh, I'll just read one more story. And then I blinked and I was like, what the hell? What do you mean? It's 3 a.m. Oh, God. Yeah, it was self inflicted. I have no excuse. Which is why I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure that I set multiple alarms. And I did set multiple alarms. And that's why my family was like, hey, your alarm's been going off for a while. And I was like, ah, shoot. Because apparently I only heard half of the alarms, and the other half woke up my family, and I felt real bad. But yeah. I forgot what I was saying. I was gonna start off with something, and then I ended up going somewhere else. Oh, I made a new drink last night. You know what I've learned? So there is a Hong Kong style drink and it is called chocolate milk tea. And now you're probably thinking this is not Hong Kong, like these things aren't exclusive to Hong Kong. It kind of is because if you ever had Hong Kong milk tea, it is so distinctly stronger. That's how I'll describe it because it uses highly concentrated tea. Like if you ever made or seen them make Hong Kong milk tea, Hong Kong tea is very strong. It's like the Vietnamese coffee of milk tea. Like it is it is strong, it is potent. It is so good. And because they use very concentrated tea, they use evaporate milk, so it's also creamy and it's so good. Now, warning, if you go to a traditional Hong Kong cafe, they will have you add in the sugar yourself. It is add to your own taste, but good Hong Kong milk tea will be smooth and creamy and it will be so good. So good. Now, chocolate milk tea is something I really wanted to try from Hong Kong style. Unfortunately, I am of the person where when I go to a restaurant or a place and I know what I usually order, so like I usually order regular milk tea, I'm like, should I try this new drink that I may or not potentially like, or should I go with the tried and true favorite that I know will make my day? I always go for the tried and true because I'll be honest, I don't go out and eat enough to the point where if I try new things, I'm like, that's okay. I'll just get my favorite next time. So I usually am like, well, this is a rare occasion where I get to go out and try my favorites, so I might as well enjoy my favorite. So I never ended up trying that chocolate milk tea. Now, all that to say is I am currently drinking a brand of instant milk tea. I really like it. I'm also drinking a brand of hot chocolate. It is Japanese hot chocolate. It is different. You know why? It is so good. It tastes like how I thought Starbucks and would like Starbucks hot chocolate was supposed to taste. As a kid, like my school got sponsored for Starbucks hot chocolate for some of our like winter events where by the way we were running outside. And by running outside, I don't mean we were playing like recess. I meant we were doing full-blown sport runs and marathons outside in the winter. Thinking back, I don't know why. But I just know that when I was a kid, it was a very impossible thing to see a snowstorm and be like, oh yeah, we're not going to school because I've had to train for track and field events outside in winter. My school was just like, snow? Snow? It's no big deal. Just do your high jump in the snow. Although the long jump kids didn't get to do long jump, they had to do the other events they signed up for. I think that was the only exception. But yeah, and then when we got the Starbucks hot chocolate, it was very disappointing. It was hot. It had no flavor. It had no flavor, and I don't know if it's because it was donated hot chocolate or if it was like our teachers took the hot chocolate and stretched it out. Like I don't know. Because even when I got older and I became one of the older students responsible for passing out the hot chocolate, they made it, brought it to us, and had us pass it out to the younger kids. I jump over this. The thing is, it was very funny because what they would do is they would clear the parking lots, and then you would see like gigantic piles of snow, and we would be jumping. And it was, how do I say this? If you've ever done high jump, you know part of the high jump is like understanding the height of the rope, if that makes sense. And then you have to plan and how much effort you're going to exert so that you can continue jumping as the rope gets higher and higher. If you try doing like figuring out where the rope is against a white backdrop where the snow is very high, it really messes with your perception because you're like, wait, where's the line again? You're kind of like squinting, you're kind of like, okay, I think it's here. And so it wasn't very productive to say. Our coaches were like, gosh, why can't you guys do this? And then he would do it, and then he would also miss. And then that was so funny. The only kid who had no trouble with it when we were like practicing outside was because he was so tall, he was stepping over the rope. And by the way, it's because we were younger. I won't say how young, but we were younger. So they started out the rope smaller. He was not like a gigantic 8 foot tall person. But he was able to get most of it. And because he was able to step over it, he had a better understanding of the height of the rope than we did. Oh, very fun. Very funny. Very fun, very funny. And thinking back, it's just like every time, just to make myself feel a little better, I imagine my coach trying to jump over and not being able to. And it felt like retribution. No, karma. Wait, that all sounds evil. Not evil, I guess petty. Because the thing is, as a kid, going outside, doing track and field, and like the teachers are wearing sweatshirts and sweatpants, and we're wearing like our gym clothes, and they're like, it's okay, you're young. When you run around, you're warm up. I know, I think I do have a dark side to me. It's why I offer milk tea and tell people to join. Yeah, little. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you for validating my feelings. All right, all right, all right. Oh, I forgot to mention the whole thing. The whole point of me mentioning this was because I have been taking one pack of the instant milk tea and one pack of the chocolate, and I mix them together. I just do the same amount of water that I would do for each one, but combined, so it's like a cup instead of half a cup. It was so good. It was so good. If you get a chance, if you find really good chocolate, hot chocolate mix, and if you find really good milk tea mix, I highly recommend you try it out. I will say that if you have really good hot chocolate, the hot chocolate will overpower the milk tea. I now understand why it is more common in Hong Kong cafes to have this drink because I think if you are not using the strong Hong Kong style tea, chocolate will always cover it up. Chocolate is just one of those flavors that will overpower. Because I also let my family try, and they thought it was really good, but it was too chocolatey for them. And I was obsessed. At first, I was like, I can't really taste the tea, but this is a warm, comfy drink. It tastes really good. A tea party stream. You know what? We could do karaoke, and I'll have then a tea party. Although technically, I do have a teapot, but it's not like the cute teapot. But that's very, very doable. I could also just taste test teas. But yes, I highly recommend you try it. I especially like here's the thing. I understand that like if you have there's like the gigantic bulk hot chocolate mixes, just do equal parts tea and hot chocolate. It's so good. I'm so obsessed. My family's like, this is how you're gonna drink it from now. And I'm like, probably. Now I'm gonna have to go buy more hot chocolate milks. Because, like I said, this is Japanese hot chocolate milks, and it's only available at like a couple grocery stores around me. So I have trying to be stocking up, trying to be. I have been trying to stock up. Oh my gosh, you can see that I'm sleepy. Do I use the teapot that has a strainer in it? The thing is, I tend to make the tea and then just put the tea. Like, I know some people leave the leaves inside so the tea leaves and you can pour more water and continually make more tea. But growing up, we have always had our tea separate. I've used tea bags. We have used like make tea and pour in the teapot because it is different. I think it's because my family drinks a lot of tea. And by that, I mean, like, it makes sense to like reuse the tea leaves, but we actually end up just reusing them for other things. If that makes sense. Like, I don't know if you like what is the other thing we do? We make pour tea in rice, and that's one way that my Mama Maria has told me that she's enjoyed tea and her family enjoys tea. And so it's just like, now that I think about it, I think we very rarely do teapots. I think the main reason is like we've always been make a cup of tea for yourself. Yeah, now that I think about it. Maybe this will be when I learn how to use the fancy teapots. And by fancy, I mean just a regular cute teapot. Although I will say my anxiety I have anxiety when you have like those nice glass pots and then you pour hot water into it. I don't know why. I think it's because I don't trust if the glass has been properly tempered or not. No, I don't drink matcha. That's the only, like, here's the thing. One of the only teas I don't drink is matcha, and not because of anything, it's just that I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I like using matcha as like a supplemental ingredient for, like I mentioned, matcha smoothies and things like that. However, oh, and matcha smoothies, by the way, is mainly fruit with matcha, so it's green. That's how I think it's like, yeah, that's how I drink it. I don't like matcha on its own. I don't like matcha ice cream as much either. I have had good matcha soft serve, but I infinitely prefer hojicha. Oh, that's a really good one. I think my family doesn't do a lot of our garden, but that'd be a really good way to reuse it. I have a friend who also like uses the eggshells that whenever make eggs, they take the eggshells and they take the eggshells, do they wash them or do they just dry them and then they crumble them and blend them and then toss it in their garden as well? There's a whole process. Yeah, right? Okay, okay, yeah. I hear that those have really good nutrients for the garden as well. I'm envious of people who are good with taking care of plants. I'll say that my neighbor has a tree that they have, and it is the reason it brings all the squirrels to the yard. Unfortunately, what those squirrels and birds also do is they grab the fruit from my neighbor's tree, eat it in our backyard, and then they leave like the half eaten fruit there because apparently the fruit's not very good. Like, I cannot tell you how many pieces of this half eaten fruit we found in our backyard. Also, apparently, some of the animals are gourmets because tell me why they will take things like barbecue pork and pork knuckles and like what else is there? I found it's basically just like chunks of barbecue. I don't know where these animals keep getting it from, but they will steal it and then eat it in our backyard. So they leave these little things there. So apparently, if my neighbors are the kitchen and the pantry, my backyard is the dining room that they never clean up. And this isn't even the birds that would wake me up in the morning. These are the other birds who like wipe their butt on our yard. I'm not even joking. It's like the funniest thing. They'll like sit down, scooch around, and then get up. I don't know if they're like marking their territory or something, but they constantly do it. Just in my backyard though, they won't do it in the front. It's they understand the meaning of dignity. You mix the tea leaves and crumbled eggshells to use. Yeah, that sounds real good. Good for you guys. I think like things like this where it's much more, I guess it's like doable, because I also saw once I was watching a Swell Entertainment video about a machine that is like $500 to turn your compost into fertilizer. And it's not saying anything against that. It just felt like after hearing about my friends and how their families do it, I was like, this sounds like consumerism. Isn't it? Sometimes I want to take videos, but every time they see me take my camera, these birds are like very aware of me and they'll like immediately get up as soon as they see me my camera. Otherwise, if I just stare at them, they don't care. They don't care. But as soon as I take out my phone, they get up. I don't know how it is. Generation after generation of these birds, and somehow each and every one of them understands the meaning of privacy. I used to call them names because some of them used to be really funny. And I realized that they've been changing generations, and I was like, I don't want to get attached, even though like you guys are much less of a problem than the other ones. I wasn't even doing it for content. I just wanted to send it to like my brother because he didn't believe me. Yeah, you know what? They technically are getting paid because I clean up after them and I don't charge them a cleaning fee. Like, do you know how nice their dining room stays? Because we have to go out and constantly like pick up after them. And it's always food. It's never anything. It's not like shiny things. It's not like a nest. It's nothing like that. It's just literally the food, random pieces of food they bring. Oh, also sometimes they bring their other friends. We haven't seen any raccoons. I've seen rabbits. I've seen skunks. It's pretty. It's like a petting zoo you don't actually want to pet. All right, all right, all right. I think I've warmed up. Let's get into it. But you know, good for them knowing that how to avoid. Good for them for knowing how to assert their boundaries with me. I did not try to record them after that. No, I haven't seen any. But honestly, if I did, I'm not a fan of raccoons. From a distance, sure. If they get into my garbage bins and make a mess, I'll be very cross. Very, very cross. Okay, now let me show you where I am in the game. Because I accidentally played. Oh, for anyone who didn't hear me last night, I was trying to figure out where the eevees were, and then I was going to play it in my other save file because I have two save files, one for offline play, one for on-stream play. I clicked into this one and I caught a bunch of eevees and I didn't realize it until I was like, wait a second, because I was looking at my box and organizing it, right? And I was like, I don't remember catching these in my other save file. And you know what I realized? None of these was the indication. It was literally me moving. Hold on, I'll show you. For some reason, this combination made me double think. I was like, wait, carping, Mawile. And then I went through all the boxes and I was like, wait a second, this is my stream file. And I don't know why. I don't know why. It wasn't the outfit. It wasn't the team. It wasn't anything like that. I think it's because I tried to mimic my team in my other file. But I was like, oh no, I've played it. So now I have 4 eevees. I thought I had 6. Apparently I only caught 4. Some of my Pokeballs and Great Balls failed. So I started using Ultra Balls and that had better results. Considering I cannot buy Ultra Balls, that is very extravagant to use. But it's okay. I've also learned that all the places you can get eevee, they do not work at night. They don't work at night. I don't really know why. All you find are Ghastlies instead. So, we've skipped ahead a little. Eevee deserves an Ultra Ball. I mean, yes, but I also, like... it's expensive because you cannot even buy them. I just realized, look at how Pyroar runs. Also, I'm so used to my shiny Pyroar that now when I see the normal one, I'm like, wait, that looks real weird. You can't buy them? Not right now. Whenever I go to the Pokemon Center, all I can buy is Pokeballs and then Great Balls. If I could buy them, I honestly would not mind because whatever works to get an Eevee works. But the fact that I cannot get them really gets to me because I'm like... oh no, why is it that the only ball that works on you is the one that cannot be purchased? I'm super impressed with the protagonist's parkour skills. I'm not even joking, like, this is crazy. Whoa, 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 whoa. So we're gonna get this really quick and then probably wait for night to pass. Wait, how am I supposed to get up there? And then we'll go continue the rogue mission. Oh. Constantly... No! Alright. Some rich kid whose parents bought it from him from abroad, and he's just like, these, I can get these anytime. You know what, we might as well go into some of the wild zones. So this is a new wild zone. I wonder what's in here. I see a Heracross. I see Scyther! I wonder if there's an Electabuzz somewhere. I didn't even intend... Oh my gosh, do you see that Treant? Like the ghost one? That's crazy. The alpha one over there? That's crazy. What do you mean Dawn's approaching? It is... Why are these so difficult to catch with Pokeballs? Did I see the Pokemon news? Besides the Legos, no. Was there something else that came out about Pokemon? Was it an anime? Is it running away? One of these has to work. None of them worked. All 6 Pokeballs failed. I'm getting defective Pokeballs. Wait, it died? Excuse me? How did you take it out in one hit? Okay, I didn't even realize that. I'm so sorry, Pyroar. 30th anniversary. Oh, I saw that. Yes, I did want it because Chunky Pikachu is one of the cutest Pikachus. However, I have the inkling that it will be very difficult to get. Only one? What happened to the rest of them? Well, that was weird. Must have been a glitch in the chat. Do you know how many Ultra Balls I've tried to throw at Eevees? Oh, now I can buy Ultra Balls. This is brand new. Alright. Hold on. Have I seen a new episode of For Your Net? I have not. I was supposed to watch it yesterday. Reminds me of something else. I was reading probably the most ridiculous... No, there are two mangas that were the most ridiculous premise I've seen. And I say that not in the fact that it's like, this is really bizarre, I don't know how you came up with the idea. It's in the idea that it's like, what is the point? Okay, sorry, I just want to adjust the music. So one of them was like, I only need 1 EXP to level up. And it was so bizarre because he said he has social anxiety, and then he is by himself, somehow manages to figure out things like fight, has no fear, he knows how to fish and cook for himself and use things. And he's like, wow, thank goodness I watched all those survival YouTube videos. And I was like, if watching things and reading things made you an expert, like, I'm just saying, okay. And besides that, I can still suspend my belief because I was curious. So I read it and it just got worse. Because tell me why he time skips. All of a sudden he bumps into this group of people. He has instilled fear in the creatures around him because he levels up so quickly, and he somehow, his level up gives him muscle memory and things like that. Bumps into this group of people, helps them, finds out that she's a princess, but then later on when she confesses she's a princess, he gets shocked. And the thing that really gets to me is, like, I can read about overpowered characters. I read a lot of them. I read as long as the character protagonist is someone I want to root for and the relationships developed between characters is good. There are some isekais I love and that I will read because of that. On the other note, if anyone tries to compare my beloved Tomb Raider King to solo leveling, I will. I saw someone make the comparison online and I was like, Tomb Raider King is nothing like solo leveling, because at least in Tomb Raider King, the characters and side characters matter, they have bonds, they have personalities, and they are important to the protagonist. To the solo leveling protagonist, he is literally the personified lone wolf character. Yes, Tomb Raider King is about an overpowered character drawn by the same studio as solo leveling. It is not the same as solo leveling, and people who try to take my S-class heroes and Tomb Raider King and put them in the same category is like... Yeah. Anyways, let me go back to the story, because what really bothered me, is like, he finds out that this princess is the last princess of a kingdom. They're running from being persecuted, and there's like hints that the princess has been betrayed, but for some reason everyone tells her, oh, it's just a dream. There's no way that the only prince left in the kingdom, who was your childhood friend growing up and who was the only one who avoided being assassinated and killed, is a bad guy. And I'm like, then how come he's not helping you? Then how come you two aren't on the run together? Do you really believe that he... Like, I don't know. It was ridiculous. And they kept, like, undermining her, quote-unquote, dream. But the main character, of course, is the only one who's like, oh yeah, that sounds like a flashback. Maybe it has weight to it. But what really gets to me is that he, for some reason, decides, despite having social anxiety, and I understand social anxiety manifests and showcases in a bunch of ways in people, and it's not the same for everyone, just like with anything. However, he has no problem talking, helping, agreeing to leave his home in order to go with them on this unknown journey where they did not tell him what their purpose was, besides the fact that they are trying to bring back their kingdom. The kingdom has not fallen yet, by the way, because the princess is not dead. I'm just... And then he's like, I'm gonna sacrifice myself, fight this guy who has like a poison weapon. I grab the poison weapon and just smack him off his horse, even though this guy has tried to kill me and killed so many people that I have been working with. And I get it, you don't have to always kill, but it's so bizarre that he's just like, I value life, and he doesn't... I can't. And then, all of a sudden, the princess, when she sees that he's willing to fight for her, she's like, no, main character's name, and she's crying, and she's like, how can I how can I be a princess if I can't even protect one person? And I'm like, you watch your people, after guard, throw their lives to try to make sure you are safe. And it takes this one main character you have known for one day. She's known him for one day, and him wanting to stay back, even though she knows this guy is level 600 something and most people are only level 100. She's like, no, what can I do if he's like, what can I do? I'm so helpless. And I'm like, I hate this. I dropped it. There are some characters I read, even though they are dumb. That's the most affectionate way I can refer to them as. But because they have intriguing plots, good other characters and things like that, I can make it work. This was so ridiculous. It's not even the power. It was literally like, it's so clearly set up that this regular normal person who somehow ended up in another world, who gives his secret out to the first person who he meets, is like being set up to be the king of the kingdom because he's so damn strong or something. I don't know. And I made sure to look that this doesn't have a harem, and now I'm like, I think you just pretended like he doesn't have a harem right now, so you didn't have to put the tag, but I think you're gonna add a harem at the end, and you're a coward. If you want writing a harem story, just say it's a harem story. But yeah, solo leveling winning anime of the year. Like, don't get me wrong, the art, of course, is very epic. Solo leveling art was beautiful. Some of those like scenes, those like the scenes where I can't remember his name, Jinwoo has with his teams are stunning. I think the only thing I've seen from the anime is the English dub actor when people were telling him to make sure to record "Arise," right? And he was like messing around in the studio. I thought that's the only thing I watched because there were so many other animes to watch that year. There were so many, and what do you mean? It's not that it's not great, but are you telling me that the plot, the execution, was good? Anime of the year. It could have won action anime of the year. It could have won, I don't know, adventure anime of the year. But anime of the year? Oh, thank God. I was like, oh no, that sounds like a batsu. I think I would just be raging. I was reading it, I was already raging. The other thing I was reading that made me rage, what was it? I had two. This one annoyed me more. Oh, the other one was like, the main character literally does nothing. You're probably wondering what I mean. Well, the main character is someone who doesn't care about the world. I don't even know the title of this one. I read a little bit of it, I didn't care. He does not care about the world, so what does the god do when he puts him in another world? It gives him helpers who basically do everything for him. They give him a really nice house so he never has to do anything. They make food. They automatically clean the house. And you know what? What if he has to go somewhere, you ask? No! The house gets up and walks. So he never has to go anywhere outside of his house. The house has a self-defense feature. The house is... What is the point of reading about a protagonist who does nothing? I was reading a story, it's called Flung into a New World. I'm gonna break this 200-year curse. It's by the same author who wrote the young tamer who picks up garbage. They are such a good writer. I don't know. I like their work. And this character, the one I told you about, Flung into a New World, he's also an overpowered isekai protagonist. However, it is so interesting because you know what his two caveats are? His two restrictions. He can do literally anything. Except, number one, he cannot leave a certain boundary of the forest. Like, physically, he cannot. Even with his powers, he cannot, no matter how hard he tries. Everyone else around him, by the way, he has no people around him. He's very isolated. He cannot leave, so he's restricted to the forest, which is vast, is very vast forest, but he is restricted. Number two, no one can communicate with him. And even later on, when some of the other issues are resolved, they still cannot communicate with him because the intention was to isolate him. So these two things make for a very interesting restriction on him because he has literally no understanding of a lot of things, and it makes it very reasonable once you get to the larger premise. He is so overpowered that even though there are things he does by himself, as soon as he makes his golems who have access to his memories, are able to execute not only what he wants, but things that he saw in a magazine, styles he liked. And they are able to recreate these things. Of course, not like impeccably. They have to use like magic to do some of the things, but he is very OP in that sense. And it's still fun to watch because when he no longer has to do his daily life, he has other bigger things to focus on. When you start out not having to do anything, what is the point about reading a protagonist like that? What is the point? Why do stories like that get a manga adaptation? I don't understand. I don't understand. And people can be like, oh, maybe it'll get better later. Let's just say everyone has their preferences. Everyone, and just because I don't like it doesn't mean that it's inherently bad. But in this case, I do not see a point in the story. What is his motivation? What is he working towards? It's literally just like watching nothing because he's not doing anything. He has no purpose, no drive. You have to have something that drives you. Otherwise, what story are you telling? Sorry, I wanted to rant because I was like, it really bothered me. There is a difference between writing about characters who have flimsy motivation and characters who have absolutely no motivation. I remember one story I read, he had very flimsy motivation. He just wanted to be the best in the world. And it was like to the point where at first it was interesting because he was rediscovering things and building up his skills in a new world. And then he became like the supreme emperor and all his battles were in space. And I was like, okay, what now? You haven't said you have a new goal. You don't have a new purpose. What are you doing? So yeah, sorries. I just wanted to make it. I needed to say it somewhere. Okay. I'm gonna do some retail therapy. I think I need 8. Yeah, I'm thinking that as well, but I do wonder okay, here's the thing. Everyone wants and looks for different things, but that's basically it. You're basically dreaming of having everything given to you without having to do anything. But then I know that this is fantasy and you can have whatever story you want, and we've had people turn into literal vending machines, but still, it's just there's no appeal in that kind of story. Like, what are you reading about? You're just reading about him, like, what is he gonna go through? What kind of adventure is he gonna go on? Like, you don't understand? I just don't understand the point of the story because your motivation will drive what direction you go into. I mentioned before there was an author who did something so smart where he had his main character explore 2 different what-ifs. One what-if was the light novel where they decided to go into town and become an adventurer. The other what-if is if they did not leave and chose to continue making their home where they currently were and trying to make that work. This makes sense because depending on what your goal is, it will affect where you go, who you meet, what you learn, what you are trying to strive for. If you do nothing and want everything, the story is not gonna go anywhere. Because basically, that's why I'm just like, it was such a stupid premise too. I dislike gods in a lot of the stories I read. I remember one, the most egregious one, was when a girl was like stoned to death by the people and the god told her, the reason you and everyone are suffering is because you didn't understand and you cursed them when they tried to kill you and did kill you. I'm like, holy you are not a god. What kind of demon are you to tell someone who was killed that they shouldn't have been angry and upset that they were killed? And that it's their fault that everyone and that they care about was angry that they were killed and try to get revenge for them. And instead of you doing your goddamn job, you instead put people through multiple cycles of reincarnation where it always ended in a bad ending because you are a... I will never stop. But honestly, the ranting did wake me up, I'm not gonna lie. The thing is, it's not even servitude. Like, if your whole... There are several stories I've read where they've devoted themselves to serving, like, their favorite character to a cause. And I understand that. You don't always want to be the one doing it. You want to be the support. But even then, they have a motivation. This is just like... How do I say this? You basically want to watch someone else go on the adventure, and you reap all the benefits. So that's why it's weird. Exactly! It was... And she wasn't the main character, but she was the main character at one point, and it was... I could not. And the goddess like, but you know what? I forgive you. I will give you and them your happy ending. I'm like, you could have done this from the beginning. That story was so interesting to me because of the multiple reincarnations where the main character was always meant to be with her male lead, and they tried for multiple lives, but they were always impeded because of the stupid goddess. I was gonna say gods, but I think it was just this one goddess, and I'm like... And she's like, oh, he's threatening me. I'm like, good, because you're not doing your job. Because of you and your incompetence, your people suffered, and instead you're victim blaming a random person you brought from another world to save the world because you were incompetent, and told a 16-year-old girl she shouldn't have been upset and crying because she was killed. Oh my god. Just like so many things about that story really messed with my brain because I could not believe that the story I had been reading up to that point had ended like that. Whoever decided that was the ending, like, here's the thing. I will talk about things I don't like. I will mention things I don't like. Never, and I asked you guys to never tag an author or quote an author or at an author to tell them you hated it. Giving feedback on like the website you're watching or reading on, giving reviews, totally valid. Never directly go for the author. I saw Firefly Wedding and I saw the ending and saw people directly went to the author to tell her how terrible they were. And I thought that was way over the line. You are valid in your opinion as someone who pays and who reads and who is experiencing the story. You can say whether you like or dislike something. You are not entitled to be rude and go to the author. As angry as I get about some of these stories, I have never once thought of going to the author and being like, you are terrible. I can't believe you are so incompetent as a writer. Two entirely different things. And I do not think you guys would do that. I am just making a PSA that this is never okay behavior. Never. Now, if the author goes after you, block them. Block them. I've had people go after me because not recently, it was before when I used to do reviews, and they were like, you can't do this, they work so hard, you can't criticize them and affect their livelihood. And I'm like, I don't think I did affect their livelihood, but even if I was, as long as you pay for an experience, you are entitled to talk about your experience. Anyways, today's stream is being very ranty, my bad. So apparently when I get tired, I want to talk and rant. But my point stands. I stand by what I said. Wow, it really is almost daytime. Oh, this is a Pokemon street. That's right. I was like, oh. I did nothing. Yeah, for once I didn't go into the battle zone. Oh, I forgot. I do need to, though. I have to go get my next battle ticket. I heard that. What was that sound? Was it a bird? I heard something. You guys hear it too, right? Is it up there on the roofs? Oh, there it... Okay, that's not you. It wasn't you. Maybe it was you. Okay, I didn't know that you were right here. Oh, that reminds me. Hold on. I think I had side quest. A Mega Medichamp. Alright, I don't have that. Let's just go here. Let's go see the next mission for Team MC. And then we'll do the other things. Also, I really want to collect Tomb Raider King, but between all the stories I want to collect, I have put Tomb Raider King at a lower urgency. Slowly accumulating. I must finish Raeliana before I must buy. I must complete my Raeliana collection before I buy any other manhwas, and that is primarily because Raeliana has literally finished so long ago. I'm a little sad I still haven't been able to collect it, but it is also because the economy. Let's strategize. All right. I hereby declare the strategy meeting underway. We got new intel from Vinny. Looks like rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon are likely to appear in 3 spots. The first is Sector 5. We can expect to find a Beedrill there. The second in Sector 3, you'll find a Hawlucha. And finally, Sector 9, there'll be a Banette. Wait, that one in the Vert District is right near here, isn't it? Let me guess, you plan to use this as an opportunity to advertise the hotel? Or are you gonna say that this rogue Pokemon is the reason we've been getting so few guests? Come on, Naveen. If we're gonna do this anyway, we ought to give the hotel some good PR while we're at it. Right? The sales pitch practically writes itself. Come on. Come on, come on. Get the finest view of Rogue Mega Evolution, only at Hotel Z. But Urbane, we're trying to help the Mega Evolved Pokemon, not turn them into attractions. I see, so we leave the Beedrill in its Rogue Mega Evolved state to use it as a draw? It's a bold plan, but I'm open to it. What do you say? Let's ask Az. I don't think we should have them be suffering and as a circus tourist attraction. Thinking about it, I could probably design special merch of Rogue Mega Beedrill as a motif. Oh, good call. We could even fill up a whole room with Beedrill stuff. Wow, I'm loving all these ideas. I'm being the Debbie Downer here. But our job is to help. Wait, so you guys were just kidding? This is a strategy meeting. Oh, I mean, duh, I knew that. I'm sorry, Lita. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. Honestly, Lita, keep the meeting on track with you. You're always letting us get distracted. Naveen, that's not fair. Lita is actually doing her best, and the fact that she actually believed it shows that she has a lot of trust in us, and you're just making her feel bad. That's not true. Anyway, down to business. Our first mission is handling the Rogue Mega Evolving Beedrill in Vert Section 5. Urbane, you take that one. I agree, she's so cute. That's why I feel bad. Hawlucha is with Lita. I wonder if her Staryu is a Starmie yet. Naveen with Banette. That makes sense because he has Darkmons. There it is. Lita knows to take charge when she needs to. I hope I don't get cursed from tangling with a Banette. Don't worry about that, you'd be doing it a favor. After all, if it Rogue Mega Evolves, it'll suffer. I think we all know the real reason you're trying to avoid work here. It's nothing to do with nerves. Naveen, you ought to be more honest with your friends, and if you're scared, just admit it. Now look, Lita, you went and got sidetracked again. Urbane. But I think he's just trying to take the heat off Naveen as well. Anyway, Pokemon are suffering out there, so it's time for Team MZ to go do our thing. Honestly, I totally fell for it, so I don't even blame Lita, because it does sound like something Urbane might consider. I was like a little shocked, but I was like, oh, you were kidding? That's right, go team. Let's take care of these Rogue Mega Evolving Pokemon. You know, Banette was originally a plush doll, and plush dolls are sewn. I certainly know my way around a needle and thread. That's gotta count for something. Naveen, what if someday one of his creations becomes a Pokemon? Can you imagine whoever first made the Banette doll? And they're like, oh, I have unleashed a creature onto this world. I think I shall name it... Oh, I don't know. Actually, he didn't name it. I was gonna say Frankenstein, but Frankenstein named themselves, I believe. I don't think it was the mad scientist who did it. Irresponsible parents existed in every era. No, it's here? This is where it is? I'm not gonna... Hold on, where is it? The primary reason I came this way was because normally wherever there are Mega Evolve Mons, you can actually find a lot of Mega Crystals. Frankenstein was a scientist, I believe. Oh, I mixed it up. Okay. It has been so long. But... let me try to think. If Frankenstein was a scientist... I forgot what they named them. The creature named themselves then. No thanks. Wait, why is there's a new side quest. There are multiple new side quests. Alright, we're gonna go check out the side quest first. Well, one's in the wild zone. You know what that reminds me? Maybe I should reread Frankenstein. I think I have a copy. Okay, hold on. Spooky story? Is Frankenstein spooky? I don't consider it spooky. Wait, this is the hotel. Hold on. Hold on. Where's the giant alpha, huh? It's over there, okay. There's no alpha this time, that's crazy. I was hoping it'd be a giant alpha Pichu, that would have been so funny. Wait, what is it? It's a gigantic Weedle? Alright, this is so funny. No wonder I was like, which is aggressive enough to chase after me? Sad, not spooky. I agree. I feel like it's more of a somber story. It's not really spooky. So maybe that's why, like, some of the books I read, apparently they are listed as Asian horror, but to me they're just supernatural. Like, I didn't really see the horror part. Genres are gothic science and horror fiction. Well, gothic I understand. But horror fiction, interesting. For someone like me who like can't handle spooky stuff, like Frankenstein was real fun. Hey kid, are you making good use of traps in your Pokemon battles? Traps are moves that spread obstacles. Oh, here comes another tutorial. Sure. You know, I don't disagree with that, but I think it's... because I read like slice of life, it doesn't feel that way, you know? Sure, let's battle. The police officer. That sounds brutal. One hit KO. I didn't even get to see what level it was. Oi! Substitute, alright. This literally looks like a pit trap. Garbodor's poison. I'm trying to think, what is effective against poison? I think it's psychic. It's just setting up traps, it's not actually attacking. Well, this will certainly be a blow to my reputation as a trap move specialist. Although I'm sure you're able to catch a lot of the criminals like this. Literally block off every avenue of escape. Unless... Oh, by flying. Can you put obstacles in the air? Because then all your criminals just have to become air flying type trainers. Not gonna lie, I didn't think you'd be able to beat me through all those traps I laid out for you. It's hard going when you're dodging obstacles all over the place, right? Oh, you know what I realized? Because you can teleport anywhere on the map, does that apply to anyone who's in the Legend ZA? So if a criminal theoretically got into Legend ZA, does that mean they could constantly escape the police by just teleporting across the city? I'm not advocating for crime. I'm saying that there seems to be a very obvious gap in your defenses. And then we got this one. Oh, also, about the Mariah Carey thing I mentioned. So, I am now a boomer. Because I thought when I saw... Hold on, let me go... When I saw the article, it had an article linked to it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna check out the source sometime in order to see what songs Mariah Carey has that uses different lyrics. Or different... uses interesting vocabulary. And then... I found out that the article that originally done this lyric, quote-unquote lyric study, no longer exists. So I'm now a boomer who believes in Facebook memes, Facebook posts. I don't think it's not true, but I also think that, like, I should have looked into the article first before I mentioned it to you guys. You know, I feel like they could do that, but because it's not the government, it's the corporation, right? That's what allows people the ability to travel. And I'm like, I feel like they could. But depending on who is in charge, it also could lead to other gaps in corruption. But it was a concept. It was a concept I thought about. We're in the Pokemon world, though, where the only evil is Team Rocket, who tries to take everyone's Pokemon to control Mewtwo. Team Magma, who does not understand the concept of humans needing water to live, and Team Aqua, who does not understand the concept of not everyone likes being a prune. Also, I think there's also Galaxy, Flare, who did not succeed. What else was there? I don't include Guzma and his gang because they weren't like quote-unquote evil. They weren't in the same evil league as the other villains, you know? And N was just manipulated. Ooh, Furosold, who specializes in fairy types. Oh, cute! Uses our favorite Pokemon. I love her Furosold. I actually want to wear one. That's so cute. Okay, she likes fairy. What's effective against fairy? Poison. Let's go! Most of a certain type will have no effect against my beloved fairy type. I wonder if you know which type that is. I think... Is it steel? No, steel's super effective. Yeah, that's what I was saying. N was manipulated. Alright, Rosalie. I keep wanting to call her Rosebud. That feels a little bad. Swirlex. Okay, all her Pokemon are like fluffy and cute. Except this one. This is a bird. Losing feels even worse when battling with your favorite type of all. So how about you let me know where the designer is of this particular outfit? I want to wear this. Not the outcome I'd hoped for. So don't you think fairy types are amazing? I mean, dragon type moves have absolutely no effect on them. Though I'm well aware that fairy types have their weaknesses too. And when you specialize in a certain... Okay, hold on. Good for you. I always thought that if I ever did a challenge, like, I only use one type in my run. I don't know which one that would be. The moral dilemma of winning. Yeah, especially when like your opponents are all baby mons. Feels really... It doesn't feel good. Like... Did I really win? You know, that kind of feeling. Bug type. No, I actually, one of the reasons I started thinking of that was because I watched a video of an animator who did a challenge where they only used bug types in Sword and Shield, and it was so cool. They animated so well, and the journey was actually really interesting. Like the whole reason I started thinking of it, but I could not decide on what would be my one challenge, like my one type I would do. Like, what is the one type I would go for? Because I was like, is it water? Is it fairy? Is it... Because I think... My favorite is definitely water, but I feel like I could go with fairy. It'd be interesting. But I don't think you can get fairy mons early on, so that's the trouble. Because when you do challenges like you're restricted by type, it's real rough if your favorite is like a rare type or fire type. Because fire types, besides your starter, are very difficult to find. I'm going the wrong way. So it's this way. Alright, over here. Aha! I know how to follow a map. Wild Weedle have been devouring the plants in this beautiful garden recently. To make matters worse, there's a big one too. But they keep coming back. I suppose it's a testament to how beautiful and healthy I kept the greenery here, but still... Oh no! You've been infested by alpha weedles. Wow. Why do I need so many alpha weedles? I think this is gonna be my third one. Alright. Should I call her Pyra? What did I name her? Lily. You are not nearly as scary as the Gotsumon that haunted my dreams and survived. And not even in like a scary way, the Gotsumon were just there staring. It was like real odd. $45 Weedle? Alright. Let's try a Great Ball. Where are my items? I'm relieved and yet I feel a little empty inside. Could it be that those Weedle wormed their way into my heart? Wait, you wheedled your way into my heart. Wait, how does it go? You wormed your way right into my heart. From Love Handle. Say, young trainer, why don't you suppose you let me have it? Sure. Now he'll listen to you and maybe he'll help you manage the other Weedle. Never appreciated it before, but this Weedle has a magnificent poison stinger. We may have fought over it eating my plants, but that's just proof of my green thumb. For now on, I'll have this Weedle guard my plants and I'll feed it choice leaves in return. Good for you. No, I wanted the XP candy and all those things that came from getting alphas. Now, let's take a quick look. I saw... It's an Umbreon! I wanted an Umbreon. Alright. Anything else? Well, this isn't much. Should I have waited until I could learn more moves? I know traveling won't change my life, but I can't stop doing it. I think traveling does change your life if you do it in the right way. Like, if you're going out for yourself and exploring things you're interested in, traveling can really expand your viewpoint on a lot of things. But if you're just going for the sake of putting a stamp on your passport, which, you know, is not a bad aspiration, it's just will definitely feel less fulfilling. Wait, that person. Why does he have... Oh, you used to be able to take a quiz inside Prism Tower? Is that a reference to an old game? Okay, so I think that's it. I do want to catch more eevees. So let me see if I can remember... I think there's an eevee here. Let's go catch some eevees. And then we will explore the wild zones in the day. Like, if I throw enough of these Pokeballs, I'll have to catch something. Right? And then go over here. No, I was so close! Hold on, I'm trying to remember how to... Wait. Eevee locations Pokemon CA. And then... Okay, hold on. So that one there. Oh, I was close. Okay. So... I'm not wrong. I'm in the right direction. It's around here. I have to get up on this rooftop somehow. Oh, the other day I thought I got malware on my computer because the search engine of my Chrome was Yahoo, and I was super confused. And I did all the steps I needed to that said how to get rid of the malware and everything like that. And then you know what I found out? It was because of the antivirus. It automatically changed my browser search engine to Yahoo. And I here this whole time I was like, oh my gosh, what kind of malware have I invited? What have I done? It was just the antivirus. Oh wow, okay. I don't want the Kakuna, but this is probably the easiest to deal with. If you can get in the Pokeball, you're coming with me. Nope, I still get all the items though. Oh look, a Weedle in a tree. Up. Up. Now... Who saw me? Who wants to fight? The Holucha? Oh, shoot. Alright, I got a Holucha. Oh shoot, I just realized something. No, not in my Eevee Emporium. Okay. Put you here. I think I have another Heracross. Oh, I don't. It's because that Heracross was a trade cross. Okay. And then we got Holucha. Oops. I realized I could do this. Alright. We go over here. You see the Eevee? You see the Eevee? That's why you attack it. No! Bite it. Do not do that. Why are you doing... No! That was totally my fault. I cannot believe that this thing... It locked into that and not the Eevee. Also, I managed to throw a Great Ball at the Eevee and it still wasn't able to be caught. Did you see that? This is why I always use Ultra Balls. Now, if I wait here for like 5 minutes, the Eevee will actually return. But there are multiple Eevee locations, so we'll just go to the next one. The other one is right here. I'm just gonna keep using Ultra Balls. Because apparently that's the only thing I can use to more likely guarantee my catch. Now, why is Eevee so difficult to be caught anyways? Nope, this way. Oh, that's right, I had a quest with you. Oh wells. Hey, what's this? Snowmons! Oh my gosh. Aren't you... You survived? Okay, I can't catch anything. Why is my catch rate so bad? You know what's why? It's because I haven't been button mashing. The truth. Oh, you saw? Okay. Shoot. Why does... Wow, this is brutal. Dodge, dodge, dodge. I caught it! It's very angry I took its dad. Join me or not? Dang, alright. Very brutal. Okay, we're leaving. Where is that area? I'm trying to figure out where the Eevee... So, we go back over here. Yeah, I know. Lost Pokeballs. I did not know Pyroar's weakness was... Earth. Or, what is it? Rock moves? No, no, no. He and his dad both came with me. I've recruited them. They can enjoy... He can enjoy the daycare, and his dad will get some... Will run the other part of the daycare. Because I think he's the highest evolution level, I guess, that makes sense. Because, like, all my other alphas... I think are just for... Oh, no. So we have Meowstic, which is a second evolution. Baby is also second, I think. But the rest... Oh, I only have one Weedle. That means I caught the other alphas on my other file. Okay. But these are all first evolutions. So now he's gonna help me run the daycare. Oh, level 43, that was it? For, like, the damage you've done, I could have sworn it was more brutal. No, it's this way. I wonder if I can catch an Eevee before the sun sets. Because once the sun sets... This way? It is. Once the sun sets, it becomes ghastlies. Hold on. Oh, this is where I found the Eevee, by the way. The Eevee that was on the water, it must have been a glitch. No, not even an Ultra Ball! It's because I didn't button mash. I keep forgetting to button mash. We'll just collect a bunch of crystals. How did you miss? My dear. Lily! Psybeam is not good for getting rid of crystals. Okay, get this one. It's... Finally, okay. So this one is the icy one. 13 was the one we were at earlier. Oh no, this is 13. Oh yeah, that is the one I was at earlier. And then this is 11. I haven't been here at all. Let's go check out 11. Alright. I think it's over here. For a second, I was gonna throw a Pokeball at the Tyranitar. Let's see what Mons are in here. Do you see that Slowbro? Why is he so strong? Do you see that Slowpoke running towards me? Really? The tree is blocking his way. The tree was legit blocking his way, his pathing. No! Get the Slowbro! No! I was so close if it wasn't for... Apparently I have to get rid of all the Mons around. I better have gotten the items if I didn't get the Slowbro. You even robbed me of the items? I didn't get the Eevee, I didn't get the Slowbro. The Slowbro literally respawned and didn't have to give me items. I managed to defeat the Mega Slowbro. And then, just as I was about to throw a ball, I had to hesitate for 1 millisecond because the Frou-Frous got in my way. And then the Slowbro instantly revived and didn't give me any items. And now it's nighttime. I was so close. I'm sorry, Ampy. Your sacrifice was in vain. I couldn't throw the Pokeball in time, and you were attacked by 2 Slowpokes and 2 Frou-Frous. I gotta become like Quick Draw or something. I don't know. I'm gonna start button smashing when I... Oops, hold on. I'm gonna start button smashing when I catch mons again, because apparently I've stopped doing that, and I think that's why my catch rate has been so low. How foolish of me. No! Alright. The life of a Pokemon trainer isn't easy, yeah. Especially when apparently as soon as night falls, like when time works against you, what are you supposed to do to that? Maybe I should have had Dialga on my team. Then I would be able to avoid this. I would be the master of time itself. Is there a reason? Okay. So that's really odd. Alright, so apparently I'm supposed to get up there a different way. Hold down arrow. Yeah, arrow and A to increase catch rate. I just button smash and I found that it has an effect for me. Alright, so where's the other battle zone? Over here. Alright, we'll go to the Pokemon zone, then we'll enter the battle zone. Because I do have to collect for my next travel ticket, my challenger tickets. Challenger tickets. Also, I can't believe that these alphas are now so high level that my mons are doing nothing, even though they're level 40s. The level jump, like, I get it's a lot easier in this game to level up because you're just constantly battling, but still. Nope. Yeah, I'm sure all like the secret moves and the secret combinations. I'm gonna be a little evil. I have so much confidence in my Shell Shocker that not even an electric Pokemon can take it down. Alright, 3,500 points. Let's go. Restore health. Let's give you my little soda. Pop, pop. Oh, come on. Weren't you shocked? Cause of the Stunfisk? Sure you were. Wow, we have someone who joined the punny side. I didn't even have to give him milk, offer him milk tea for it. What's effective against dark? Is it poison? Let's find out. Fairy and poison. Oh no, just fairy. But I don't... You trade a Gengar with an Eevee? I remember, yeah. Crunch! Alright, here we go. Second battle won. I did not use super effective moves, that's okay. When I become a rank A, I'm gonna make myself CEO. You know what? At least he's battling for his ambitions. At least he's like making an effort and like entering the ZA to try to make his ambitions come true. Can't knock it. Why are there so many about paralyzing? Wait. Change moves. Oh. No, not my crunch. Okay. Do not use the hyper potion. fact that his Mon keeps moving so quickly. Oh, he's E. I like how my Ferragulator is literally behind him and he still is just like, oh yeah. I don't see it, even though there's a gigantic shadow. Why do so many people have? I don't like electric mons. Oi. You chicken, you hiding behind... I'm faster. Sorry, Raichu. Now let's go. Alright. Who leveled up? We're gonna restore your health. And then one of these. Alright. You did good. My bonus cards. Which one? Sneak up? Alright, I've been doing that this whole time. I don't know why I have to paralyze. No, I don't want to do megas. Get over here. Hello. Oh, Dragon was super effective too, or maybe he's just overpowered. Litwick, okay. Fire. I was so used to Crunch being the bottom. This is why I don't mess with my orders of moves. Nice. Okay. I see a Riolu. Alright. Meditate. Sorry, Meditate. You should go meet the Master Yogi. Alright. The goal, as always, is 10 trainers. Sure. Dawn is approaching? Not already! Dragonair. I also want a Dragonair. I should go do Dratini hunting. A Charmeleon, a Dragonair, and a Haunter. This kid. I feel like I bumped into you before. I'm glad I interrupted his curse. Alright. Okay. Got those. No, no. 0. You know that video where it's like, how many rogues are you gonna defeat today? And you're like, I'm gonna defeat 4 rogue Pokemon. And then at the end, it's like, how many did you actually defeat? And it's like 0. There should be more. That looks so freaky. Who is that? Inkay? Umi? Oh, alright. Nice move there. Dun, 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 dun. I need 3 more. Okay, thank you. $8,000 points? Alright. Enough. Let's go find someone and then just do Mega Evolution. Oh. You being able to take Mega Evolution is crazy. Gardevoir. The fact that you already almost ran out of health is crazy to me. Okay, let's go! 8,000 points! That's crazy. I should do this more often. It just feels insane to have my Mega out like this. Oh, Fist of Justice! I remember you guys. Alright. One more! I just need one more, I swear, if I can't get that last battle to get the 2x. Run! There has to be another trainer. Blow it up, blow it up, blow it up! Shoot, attack! One more, one more! Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so close. Garbodor, okay. Okay, I think I made it just in time. That's number 10! Wait, isn't he rank E? Then wouldn't he actually be, like, higher level than me? Just in time. I got the 2 eggs! Let's go! $40,000. Not too shabby for a night's work. Alright. Now what I gotta do is go back for that Eevee. Hold on. Okay. We go here, we heal, and then we go get the Eevees. Button smashing. Alright. Nope. Okay. Over here. Wow, all of a sudden it really... That looks a little janky. Alright. It's a Gumi! No, it didn't work. Oh, I didn't button smash. Where's that Eevee? Oh, the sound got really delayed. There is... Wait a second. Where did that Eevee go? Did the Gumi take over for the Eevee? I didn't want the Gumi. Wow, the sound is like... crazy delayed on my part. Is it delayed for you guys as well? For the game? Yes, okay. Yeah, it had this weird thing where it started glitching and getting really slow. Let me just save really quick. Why? I don't understand. It was working perfectly fine. Okay, sorries. I think it's good that the stream is almost ending because it looks like we're dealing with a weird glitch. I will continue to try to catch an Eevee because I couldn't catch the Gumi. Wait, no. This one? No. This way. Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave you alone. Hold on. Shoot. It should be here. Rain, probably. Nope, this one. Oh, this one, okay. The buildings all look the same. Rain in game? Is that what's causing the glitch? That is so bizarre to me. Just get infinite seed master seeds. Wait, seed of mastery? Could cause processor to work harder. But the game was made for the system. Cookie cutter buildings. Well, actually, they made it for like the Switch 2, so I guess. No, it still didn't work, my button mashing. Okay, this is why I'm just gonna have to catch Eevees off screen. Why can I never catch them? Whoa, 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 that worked. Shoot. I somehow made it up there. Alright. Okay. No, 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 no. It's so close. I think there's one more Eevee location. Hold on. Ma'am, please step away from the Mega Crystals. There's one more location and then that'll probably be it for today. Down there, okay. Over here, this is the last location. I need to catch at least one Eevee on screen. Like, this has to be some kind of, like, streamer RNG. What do you mean I caught 4 of them off screen, and then on screen I catch 0? This is it. This is my last chance. Wow, the sound is like crazy delayed. It's not even raining anymore. Yes! Button mashing. No, I'm just kidding. It was just me saying, what in the streamer RNG? Oh wait, I should have waited there. Yay! I finally caught one Eevee on stream! I knows. Clearly all the other ones didn't count because I couldn't catch them. Hold on, I'm gonna wait here and then I'll be able to do some farming off screen. Off stream. Off screen. Now this is a lot easier than the Dratini who literally run away when they see me. It's why it took me forever to get a Dratini. What will you evolve it into? I don't know. Let's go. Oh. So... Hey, you don't have a fairy move. You do, and you do. Wait a second, why are they all guys? I only have one girl. The one you caught, the first one you kept. You're right. Well, I am clearly the... I was gonna say. I can't even commit to it, never mind. Dang, I need more female Eevees. Why? Because I want to breed them. Well, I think can you breed them in this game? That's an interesting question. Can you breed... How do you... Hold on. How to breed in Pokemon Legends CA. CA doesn't feature breeding or a daycare. Oh, so you can just catch them, darn. Alright. Well, then I guess it doesn't matter. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me today. My game is clearly overworked. Apparently my Switch has decided the rain is too difficult, which honestly, I'm a little disappointed in because I'm literally the reader who loves the rain, so my system's got to step up a little, you know? Anyways, that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much for joining in this technically a Pokemon stream, technically me ranting about stories. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed them. As always, thank you so much for watching, whether you're chatting, lurking, or watching the VOD. Always remember to drink water, stretch, get a good night's rest, and take care of yourselves. I'm gonna go eat lunch and get ready because I think I have somewhere I need to go today. This is like, I'm having a rare occasion where there's sunlight where I am, so I am taking the opportunity to do a bunch of chores. I think there's gonna be more. I will definitely make my hot chocolate milk tea because I really wanted to drink it, but you cannot do it when you are yapping. It does make a difference. Yeah, exactly. There's never too much chocolate milk tea. Gosh. Nope. Sorry. You gotta... I encourage you all not to be like the protagonist who doesn't want to do anything, but be the protagonist who aspires to get their own life. I was gonna say in line or like organized, but live the life you want to live and start that by making your environment the way you need it for yourself. Think of yourself as an animal and take care of your enclosure. Or maybe think of yourself as a zookeeper taking care of your enclosure. I don't remember the reference, but it stands. As always, thank you so much for watching. My next stream will be Wednesday. I'll finally be showing my winter outfit. And I hope I see you guys there. I totally forgot to mention that I wanted to do a building block stream and I was gonna set it. However, I'm like on the fence about it because I keep finding hairs in my building blocks. They're not even mine. I open the bag and I find multiple hairs in it, and so now I am not sure if I'm gonna do a building camp stream. Stay tuned. I might check it out, clean the pieces, and then do the stream, but just keep an eye out for it. It's not the it is a Pochaco Lego set. It's even cuter. But anyways, that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you guys in the next stream. Until next time.